Right then, guys, welcome in. Let's dive straight in. A couple of things I want to point out, if we can. Just got the old multiverse chart on at the minute, but because I'm eyeballing a couple of things. Obviously, BTC's had bounce, other things have had a bounce. Sol's had a bounce as well, but a couple of things I'm interested in today for BTC. So join the chat, give me your thoughts, let me know what's going on. What's up? Max, Rude's in, Alex is in, Pablo's in, FMC is in. Time to scare some bears. Yeah, I kind of agree, to be honest, with FMC. Go give FMC a follow on his YouTube if you're not already. Drop a link, FMC, if you want to. So look, first things first, what I just want to quickly, before we dive into any details, point out, LTC coming into its supply zone there, is I think there's potential for a squeeze up. What's up, Serkan? Yeah, I'm in agreement there. If you're wondering where that's going to come from, we've been trying to get our hands dirty, haven't we, and battling these dirty, scummy bear scumbag. I was going to really swear then, but I won't. Right, we've been getting our hands dirty, haven't we, in these zones, trying to get a bit of a bid. One thing to say is that was the last area I bid yesterday. We got a real nice bounce. If you're watching DK's stream in the TRDR Discord, he was dead right in what he was saying. Really tight risk there. So it was a nice risk reward long up. We didn't achieve much out of that. So whether the market stopped you out below this top level, for me personally, I executed quite well in there. So I actually put my stops at break even yesterday on that trade. Just a little bit of a look back at where we've come from and where we're potentially going. That's what I always like to do. So just where we've come from. We all know where we've come from back there, but in here, and that's not something I normally do. I don't normally put my stops at break even unless prices really floated away. But given you are trying to trade the reversion or the squeeze, if you're long in this kind of price action, okay, you really need to be a little bit tighter on your risk, I would say. Okay, so long that one, came back to desk later on, stopped out, absolutely fine. It was then that we came down here, and you can see the BTC double diamonds there, that we actually hit some better aggregated bid. We actually hit that $1 billion that we all like to see. Big part of the recipe, that, isn't it? $1 billion aggregated bid right there, okay, which was nice to see. We've still got these lower levels at 80. The gap boys and girls are still waiting for that gap trade, aren't they, down there? I think it's so close now. I'm not really a gap trade. I do think they're important, of course, and especially probably more so nowadays than they were years ago when we used to kind of trade them, to be honest, because you've all let the bankers have your coins, haven't you, sir or madam? So the bankers are in control of a lot of coins now, and yeah, gaps are probably a little bit more relevant like they are in legacy markets. All right, so yeah, it is pretty relevant there. Right, why am I thinking we might get a squeeze today? Okay, so we've come from good demand in that zone. I'd love us to just rip the band-aid off and go lower. Okay, I'd love us just to go, right, okay, fuck it. Just take all this zone now. Just take it, tidy it up, make the gap traders happy. There's a couple of other things down there as well. And let's go. But as we know, these things can take time, although this demand has been absolutely demolished so far, okay? If we just have a quick look at volume, this is what I just want to point out quickly before we look at some other stuff. Yeah, Pablo, I'll answer that in a second, sir. CVD volume is quite up as lower time frame retail traders. We don't like that term, but we are all retail, so we're just gonna have to deal with it for now. Okay, retail traders trying to short this zone really, whereas whale volume is slightly up. And what I do like to see when whale volume is slightly up is I love to see a low open interest as well, okay, and the fundings a little bit settled there as well. So just wanted to point that out first and foremost. If we get a squeeze up today to whatever, maybe it's just to take these highs here, or maybe not even that. I mean, bulls have been really weak so far, haven't they? But that is part and parcel of where it's going to come from, okay? You've come from good demand, CVD volumes up, and that is it. All right, so let's have a look at what is going on the various exchanges. Let me just answer Pablo's question. Pablo, a question: what is the recommended configuration for the OBD? Should any exchange be excluded? Okay, so what I would say is, I can answer this really quick, is You can keep an aggregation. So I have an aggregation down here, obviously. This is why this template is called aggregated. Okay, so this gives me a general depth, and I have this on as a volume. Okay, you can have this as volume or ratio. Okay, delta, actually I've got it on, sorry, delta or ratio. Pretty much gives you the same thing. Okay, pretty much gives you the same thing. So you're either looking at really, really good ratios down in the lows there for the bid. I do have this inverted as well, don't ask me why. But I tend to have this on a delta because I like to see what actually volume comes in. You'll often hear me say that if we hit $1 billion or over aggregated depth, then that's the one. Market-wise, I mean, I think I shared this template on the last live, didn't I? I just tend to take off the markets that may skew the data a little bit because they don't maybe provide all depth of book, or you sometimes just notice that there's something's just not quite right. But really, that is what I've got there. And then in the OBD, really for me personally, you always want to concentrate on Binance Spot, Binance Perps. Okay, I do like Coinbase Pro, and then, you know, unfortunately, you know, if anyone's new to the stream, we don't have the full depth of book from Bybit. They don't provide it. You do get it on some altcoins, okay? But then I would look at Qcoin, can be quite good now and again. Kraken, not so much. They do tend to be on the right side of the trade, but not so much. But yeah, I would look at Binance, Spot, and Perps. These are your kingmakers: Binance, Spot, USDT, and Perps, okay? Then now and again, and I'll show you this right now, BitMEX, okay, BitMEX, bit of an OG, old school exchange. They will provide you some real alpha sometimes. What am I saying? Here you go. Okay, really, really defending price here. Really defending price like they did yesterday, all right? So it wouldn't surprise me. I'm looking for a bit of a squeeze today, but it won't surprise me if we don't get very far at all, okay? And we just pop 87.4, 87.5, and then get further rotations down, because these guys are really, really pretty pissed off. Really, really angry, aren't they, to be honest? But yeah, Binance Perps, BitMEX gives you some alpha sometimes, and then CoinM, you can get some alpha as well sometimes, obviously. Very aggressive selling on CoinM over the last week or so as bears were trying to get out of position. Obviously, you don't want to be holding those kind of positions on CoinM, do you, if you believe the market is going down? Yeah, sorry, Ty. So yeah, just mentioned that the bigger, but yeah, I don't look. Okay, so look, it's just one exchange. That's what you could say. So when you're looking at this sort of thing, it's just one exchange, isn't it? Right? More often than not, they're right though. Okay, there can be pretty smart traders over there. Okay, I used to watch Deribit a lot as well. Actually, I don't know how good Deribit is now and again. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so they've got them bids down there in the CME area, and they're selling into it now. Again, you'll find some edge now and again in some of the other exchanges. Deribit again. Yeah, Deribit used to be brilliant. Really, really super smart traders. The Dutch boys and girls over there, absolute giga smart traders, aren't they? So yeah, you will get some value in some of those. And all you're doing as you look across exchanges, so this is what I do every morning, is I'll come in, I'll have Binance Spot open. I'll sometimes just look at these ratios in here. I don't even have to click on it. I'll see what everybody's doing. Okay, what's Coinbase doing? What's Kraken doing? Okay, if we do get a squeeze, they're covering 89. And so on and so forth. Qcoin, what are they doing? Okay, well, they're not selling into this, but they're certainly not bidding it until we go to 80k. I'll look at CoinM. Okay, CoinM want 80k. What do Perps want? Okay, Perps are already lower, but they're not bidding this up yet, and they've got no real supply. You know, it's one of those things in a price auction, isn't it? Well, maybe the selling's not that aggressive, but you ain't got any bid either, so you need to go and find it. And Perps on Binance look ready down here. Okay, so that could be quite good. Should the mix quote be enabled within the OBD configuration? What do I have on? Yes, because it gives you your BTC pairs when you're in the alt market as well. Okay, so if you flick to alts, let me go to an alt. Let's go to the worst alt that we can find, which is Ethereum. Right. So if I think this is right. Do you know what? I have all these templates set up, and I am very familiar with it. But yeah, in the altcoins, it will give you your BTC pairs as well. Obviously, I think the mixed configuration, I believe, if that answers the question. I think that's what you're saying. You know, it's rare I go back into the settings on some of these, and I'm talking probably ages and ages. It's really rare that I go into some of the settings. Right, so keep dropping questions if you got them. Don't mind answering whatsoever as we look through the price action as the bears are in control. Okay, so what can we consider here? So, like I mentioned in the video earlier, this is a range breakdown, right? Nowhere to cut it. Absolutely nowhere to cut it. Last week I mentioned we're coming to a point where we're probably going to get some expansion, okay, of the higher time frame range. What do I mean by that? Let's just have a real quick look at trading view. Yeah, so trading view, daily range. Okay, I thought that was great trading net range. Okay, you've now broke down from this range. Okay, it would have been nice if we broke up. We haven't. We've broken down. Okay, the most I would be looking for, unless you get an absolute giga send, is back tests of this zone. Okay, and then you need to look for a reaction. What is that zone? It's the previous value area low. Do you come down? Do you hold that zone and up? All right, and then let's just have a quick look at that on a 4 hour as well. Absolute expansion breakdown of this range, and you're still going down. Okay, I think it would be rude if we didn't, while we're here, to not go and fill this zone. You've got a CME gap, and then you've actually got a weekly naked point of control for the data nerds out there like myself. Okay, I like to know where these areas are. So for me, I'd like to get down there. The sooner the better. I think after such violence down like this, expansion down, breakdown, you know, as I said earlier, it's like this. You know, you range, break up. You know, are you, after such violence for 24, 48 hours, are you really going to get further continuation straight away? Or are you just going to chop around here for 24 hours? So sometimes I just have to be conscious of that actually BTC might not present a trade here. If it just holds, you might be presented with a trade on another asset. Okay, and if we just look at the 1 hour time frame, this is all I'm eyeballing at the minute. If we are going to go for a squeeze up, okay, to this zone here, you can just see it, 4 hour value area low, quarterly open, other shit up there as well. That is where we struggled yesterday at the weekly VWAP. We'll get back to TRDR in a second. You know, are you just going to fill some of this zone down here? Daily open 84,250. Okay, so I would be looking to come down a little bit here like we are now. If you're into a day trade or a scalp, this is a zone I'd be looking at. Do we get a little bit of bid here? Then we can maybe play it back up. But just bear in mind, you are fighting the trend. If you're doing that, you are looking for a mean reversion, a squeeze, really. You're not playing with the trend. I'm not going to short this again yet, to be honest. I would like that bigger squeeze up to then potentially look for a short a little bit higher. I think last Friday's short was brilliant. I hope everyone did great on that and made a load of money. But I'm not too fussed for just chasing this down. I'd rather just chill a little bit after last week's short, to be honest, which was absolutely beautiful. Can we have the aggregate top level in future? I think DK has answered that before. I don't know if there's a way myself. It might be something you will have to ask DK. You know, if you have got a premium subscription, you can certainly like load in kind of heat map, you know, heat map templates, okay, like this sort of thing. But an aggregate, yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. That's a question for the top boys, who do a great job with the system. Just give those guys a shout next time. Yeah, I am a humble trader that uses this system, could not live without it, and tries to just present you guys with some data as we try and battle these bears. Or if you're very, very bearish, you'll be loving this. You'll be muck loving this price action, won't you? Right, where are we then? So yeah, we've seen volume. There's no particular bid under price now. If we do get a squeeze, it's probably just going to come from a market bid. But volume is up. So again, one thing I would look for, but I was looking for it yesterday as well, is look for that volume to hold if we put any fresh lows in down here. Okay, then volume divs, if those volume divergences continue to build, then more's the better. Okay, it's going to give you better edge on that long if we eventually get it. yeah. So listen, I don't profess to know anything. You'll never hear me call tops bottoms. I'm not one of these. Sometimes on Twitter or whatever, things might come across as a LARP or in the chat, but I tell you what, I don't have a fucking clue what is going on. I look at the data every day. My mind might change. I'm just humbly here to try and trade, make a few quid and share that data with you guys, and that's all it is. I don't really believe in alpha decay. We can all see the data. It's just how good you guys can read it. Okay, we've all got this data. It's all presented to us. How quickly, dynamically can you interpret the data presented to you and then turn that into a trade execution? Okay, and that's what we're trying to help with. Okay, because there will still be people out there that will see a double diamond in these zones and they'll 1000x long it, and the liquidation will be 0.5% lower, and they'll get liquidated and they'll be out the market and can't trade again all week. Okay, so a lot more to it, obviously, with your own risk management and trade execution and stuff, but yeah, right. So yeah, not a lot to see here, really. Could be in for a choppy day. Yeah, no one's really pushing it at all, are they? It's like everyone's prepared a little bit lower. That's all I'm trying to say. Everyone's kind of prepared a little bit lower. I think there's potential for a squeeze. If we don't get it and we come down here, I'm just going to be looking at the volume. I'm going to be looking at the bid to see what we get. One thing to say is on these double diamonds, which is an alert, is I was mentioning this to one of the guys earlier on, is which is basically the standard BTC diamond alert system, okay, which is built on the ratios from the spot and perps widget. Yeah, someone had a brilliant idea. I think it was one of the ladies in the group. Isn't it always the ladies with the best ideas? I think it was anyway. Was it Jenna or someone to create a double diamond, basically? And I think she called it Ultimate Diamond. I think it was Jenna or someone. I can't really remember. Or Ken Sayer. Anyway, all I was going to say is, if you can execute on those double diamonds, which is this orange cross here for me, change that symbol however you want, you're getting some good moves off those. So if you're a scalper, it's worth getting involved on some of those trades because you're getting a nice bounce, to be honest. Just bear that in mind. That's all I was going to say. Right, so BTC coming down. Don't forget you've got that daily open in the 84 region. What did I say it was? 84,250. But yeah, I mean, the volume looking the way it is, I'm not sure we're just going to giga nuke straight to this CME gap, to be honest. I think, and this is it, I don't really know. I could change my mind in the next half hour watching the data. I'm going to watch this little area here, BTC daily open bid. For a bounce with the volume presented the way it is. I don't know if we're just going to giga nuke. It's been a bit of a stair step down, hasn't it, to be honest? So yeah, we'll see. Not trading too many alts still. I have been still sticking to some of the majors. Let's have a quick look at Sol though. So Sol is still getting covered with offers. Okay, nice reaction from that bid there. At the same time, BTC bounce for a day trade, but it's still getting covered with offers. I think perps, yeah, perps again, they're ready here, a little bit lower. It'll be the same situation on ETH. ETH looking good here. Okay, down in this 2100. If you watched the video earlier, I quite like that point of interest on the chart as well. If you go to an ETH daily chart, if ETH can really come down here to this 2100, it's really going to clean up a load of low wicks, daily low wicks, so that'd be really, really nice. Has ETH got yeah, so again, you're building a picture if you're familiar with this template. bullish volume divergences if you come lower on really, really chilled low open interest. It's interesting, isn't it, how trading and reading the data, once you're familiar with it, comes quite boring, doesn't it? Because the OGs in here will know as soon as I pull something like this up at what I'm going to say. You know, it's that confluence of, is there some demand, is the bullish divergences, is the open interest low, is funding low. It's funny, isn't it? Trading can be quite boring 90% of the time. You plan the trade and then you just hit execute 5-10% of the time, don't you? But yeah, ETH, Sol, everything's just looking a little bit similar, should I say. And again, you know, offers coming down to meet ETH there. Not as big as the bid below, but you just need to bear that in mind. You're not going to get any bigger higher time V-shape back up while these offers, okay, these offers are still chasing price down. Couple of alts that I'm looking at that I'll just bring to your attention now. And because I'm on live stream, they've probably dropped already. I was waiting for them to rise a little bit, and they are. Sue, okay. Spot sellers have really got bored of Sue. So this was the short zone we were looking at the weekend on Sunday. Okay, really, really nice drop. Chop, 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 chop. And then spot sellers on Sue have said, no, we've had enough, we want out. So just bear that in mind, okay? If you get any bounce on Sue, if it's a coin that you do like, just bear in mind that it's getting attacked by spot sellers above, just there at that $3 level. I think Maker is similar. Ah, you little bitch, Maker. It's dropping. I wanted it, you know, always the case, isn't it? Nick has lunch, doesn't execute his trade, goes on live stream, and it nukes. Right, let's bounce this back up. Basically, Maker's getting attacked by spot sellers as well, and you can, oh yeah, bounce it back up. Come on, up into here. Yeah, Maker's getting attacked by spot sellers as well. So you've just got your alerts here. I've got the old Fauci alert. Don't ask me why it's called that. You'll have to ask DK. But it's called Fauci, so we put a bat on it as well. Or I did. Fauci with a bat on it. Is that guy in jail yet? I don't think he's even in jail, is he? Look, I'm watching Maker for a short because he's had a real nice rise. So I hope someone caught the longs. Again, I always hate doing this. I hate looking at shorts like right up here and then someone says, oh, well, why didn't you take the long? It's like, yeah, all right, dickhead. Why didn't you? You know what I mean? But we're in that kind of supply zone. So I just wanted to point that out on Maker. LTC. Supply zone again. I wouldn't put it past LTC to rise right up into this 140 level though, to be honest. It has been very, very strong. It's up daily and 4-hour range highs, so I'm not surprised to see this supply here. But you've got these top levels, okay, which are absolutely fine. You know, it is reacting to these top levels once, twice. I'd just like to see a bit more selling on this level. What do I mean by that? I mean, I'd like these ratios just to rise a bit and actually see some really, really active, aggressive sellers. Then I'd be more interested in shorting LTC. But at the minute, yeah, I don't know. I'm quite up for a chilled day, to be honest. What's Teo doing? Why am I looking at Teo? That's going to take a while to load, isn't it? Let me go back to one of the others. Yeah, I think some alts have been doing pretty well, to be honest. Oh no. Let's refresh that. Hit restart on your PC. Let's hit refresh. What was I going to look at? Yeah, Teo. Yeah, I'm not too fussed. Again, aggressive selling, down top levels covering price, bid side getting absolutely destroyed. Yeah, not that fussed, to be honest. I'd rather just bring everything down a little bit, you know, rip that band-aid off sort of thing. Fabio, do you think we will have an alt season with 10 this year? Oh, mate, I don't know. I mean, I hate that term. Right, my honest opinion, no. There's too many altcoins. I don't think you're ever going to get it like 2017 again. Like the guys had back then. I got more involved in crypto in 2018, but in 2017 they had it unbelievable, you know, 200, 300, 400% pumps. Then when I was trading alts actively from 2018 onwards, and then obviously we had the overrun 2020 to 2022. Obviously 22 was the bear market, start of the bear market sort of thing. We all know why. Again, there it was up only on alts. No, I think we're a little bit oversaturated, if I'm absolutely honest. And and so if some coins never pump again, I couldn't give a flying shit. I really don't care, because most of them, come on, let's be honest, they're fucking worthless, aren't they? Like, what do even 99% of them do? We're absolutely oversaturated. So some assets will still move, of course they will. But you know, no. And alt season, didn't we have that at the end of last year? Everything was absolutely up only last year. At the end of last year, it was wake up and just press green on every coin. And then we have a couple of months of sideways and then down. And people have, I mean, this isn't targeted at yourself, Fabio, obviously, but people are then so eager to say, when's alt season? I'm not that bothered, really, because, sometimes if you just trade day in, day out, and you kind of negate the fact of whether we're going up or down, but you just trade the levels, and then you can enjoy the market either way, I've quite enjoyed the market this week. Executed poorly on a couple of trades over the last few days, really, but I've been on the right side of the market, I think the price action's been good, so I'm enjoying the market. Would I get more excited by an alt season? No, it's probably just going to look better for your spot bags, obviously, if we go up, Is there a way to recover the default watch list? Because I don't want to manually add everything again. Oh, FMC, you've cleared it, haven't you, sir? No, I don't think there is. The only thing I can say is, obviously, I mainly concentrate on Binance because we've got the main data and pairs from them. But if you actually just type in, instead of typing the coin, if you type in Binance, you will get them all there, and you can just then go in and click them all in, sort of thing. But bear in mind, I don't know if you can put USDT after that. No, you can't. Okay, maybe there's another way. Maybe one of the OG nerdlingers from the console has probably got a better way. Drop in the chat if you have. But yeah, no, I don't think so, sir. Unfortunately, no way of exporting the watch list or anything like that. Once you get one saved, my main one is called Gucci Bags. Don't know why. I think it was a hip hop song. I think I got that off a hip hop song a while ago. I can't remember the guy who sang it though. So I saved this one as Gucci Bags. I sometimes have another one, but just make sure you save it, create another one, save it, and then I have obviously all assets, But just make sure you save it. I don't think there is. Invert the chart and you have your alts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? This is the thing. So obviously, if you're just holding spot, you're a believer, you're a bit of a believer, you're going to be struggling a little bit, or maybe you're not. If you're a trader, we just want to be on the right side of the market with the moves. Yeah, it's unfortunate to see those spot portfolios drop a little bit. But if you're hedged, you'll be doing okay. But yeah, I mean, I wake up every day and watch the price action and get involved, and some days don't take a trade, some days do, because I'm pretty relaxed with it like that, and it's good, it's good. Like now, I don't really fancy trading Bitcoin right here, right now, I think it might drop, but I don't, I'll just let it drop and watch for a bid a little bit lower. With that being said, has anyone seen any alts with really, really good bid? Any anomalies out there? That's what we want. We want anomalies. Okay. We want prices high in supply zones. Okay. With every retail scammer belonging the highs, or we want lows with imbalance and really good demand zones, and every retail. Again, I do hate that term. Apologies. We're all retail. Every crypto nerd short in lows as we bid the lows. So give us a shout if there's any alts we need to look at. RIP my bag. Yeah. I mean, did you take any profits? That's the thing, isn't it? If you haven't, I got asked my first inkling a while ago. and I did say this a few weeks ago, and again, you know, I'll play the market whichever way it goes, but I did say a few weeks ago that if the selling in these zones chases price down and gets more aggressive like it has been, it's gonna look a little bit more distributive, okay? And that's what we're getting. You know, I like to believe, and I'll take a bid in the range lows because we're in range lows. But when we fail and when we break market structure like we have, you've got to accept it. You've got to change your mindset. You know, one of the guys in our private chat said, price action. Way back, one of the guys in the I can't remember who it was, drop in the chat if you're around. You know, as soon as we were talking about this kind of distributive aggressive bears up here, one of the guys in the chat said, think we need to just look at shorts, to be honest. And I said, yeah, you're not going to go wrong because the shorts are giving you an instant payday, you know. But what has to be said is a while ago, I can't remember how many weeks ago it was, but I was looking at XRP, and I've just got an hourly chart here, okay. It was back there on 29th of Jan, okay. I was looking at XRP up here, or it might have been that zone there. It was a few weeks ago, okay. I was looking at XRP in this supply zone. The minute, and this is almost like intuition, or what do you call it? Not psyche, I don't know. Anyway, I'm talking bollocks, right? Basically, I was looking at the supply zone as XRP smashed all the supply on the way up, didn't it? But then it kind of exhausted into this zone. As I was looking at it up here, I had a text, okay, and it was like, oh, what do you think of XRP? My only answer I could give was, if you've made some money, take some profit. Spot, whatever. If you've made some money, take some profit. Pay yourself. Because I was looking at this and thinking, geez, yeah, it's in there. It's getting sold into heavy. Right, what are we doing then? Yeah, drop some alts if you've got them. Do have to say though, I would prefer longs lower. I know that sounds boring and obvious, but it's just the facts. So if we can get down there, that'd be really, really good. If we do get some immediate bid, 750 mil aggregated depth at the minute, mainly coming from that 2.5 to 5% range, as you can see down here from spot. So everyone just wanting a tiny bit lower, which might give you that daily open. What we at now? 84.8. Let's have a look at the old trading view. Has my alert gone off yet? No. Yeah, okay, so I'll just give it a few minutes, see if we can get that. See if we can get that down. But yeah, okay, so yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We've been smashing down. Yesterday, if you wondered about the selling, basically, if anybody calls it, I heard someone on Twitter call yesterday's move manipulation, and I'm just like, no, there's no bid. Yeah, so we came from that area there. Just to go over this really quickly, we all know where we've come from, but we came from this zone here, okay. And on yesterday's live, of course, we posted screenshots because we're all trying to get the lowest execution possible. What's the worst thing you can do when you're in a position is post a screenshot straight away. Someone even said it in the chat, quite rightly. But we were just trying to get... I was saying to the lads, right, I've executed real shit lately. Even on the short side last Friday, I said, I've executed shit here, but I'm on the right side of the trade. So I said, right, I'm going to try and execute real nice in here. So executed there, bounced, managed that, obviously, like I said earlier. But if anyone, I just want to go over this little area here. If anyone's wondering why we then just collapsed, you came up yesterday into the end of the US session. Well, we obviously, you got this volatility down there. You then, oh, that was yesterday's, wasn't it? Sorry, that was yesterday's. Basically, you're just losing this bid underneath. You see here where the bands just drop. It's like this. This is why I'm pointing out this instance here. Okay, so you bounce, you get some sellers in. Okay, it doesn't look really aggressive selling, but the trouble is you've got no bid under price either, and your aggregated depth isn't that big. And it's the same there. We got a bounce from call it 590 aggregated depth, so very, very nice. Playing that one in there yesterday. Bounced up. We then just lost all bid. Right, it was like no one's here, so you just roll over. You need to find that bid. What's Spot doing? A Spot getting involved? Let's have a look at the ratios. No, not really. What was that double bands alert you mentioned earlier, Serkan? This one, double diamonds. It's basically the standard diamond alert. Okay, so we've got our standard diamond, and then someone just came up with saying, well, why don't we just double that? And it works well, actually, when you're in aggressive sell-offs and stuff like that. You know, you can see when you're in these sell-offs that the limit bids just get absolutely destroyed, don't they? I can share that for you if you want. Double diamond. Same markets. We're just looking at Binance there. But then you've got 1 to 2.5 and 2.5 to 5, and that's the only difference. But let me share that for you. Let me share that for you. Just drop it in there. You should be able to click that. Seeing we'll still go down to 842. Bid is not. Yeah, it's not, is it? Yeah, bid is not strong. BitMEX is, and this is the thing. You know, people often wonder, don't they? Well, why are we rolling over? Why are we doing this? Well, if you've got one exchange that's doing a load of selling like this, okay, and then this is why I keep this widget open all day long. Okay, I don't even have to look at the chart sometimes. I'm like Neo in the Matrix. Yes, I did just watch that recently. And I'm just watching this, yeah? So if someone's aggressively selling, but no one else, okay, no other exchange is willing to put a bid under price, what are you going to do? Well, you're just going to rotate down, and you're going to have to go and find that price, aren't you? You're going to have to lower price, okay? Like a market auction. You have to lower price and bid a little bit lower. Yeah, you're dead right. Yeah, I could see us going down there. I'd love us to rip the band-aid off and just come and do this CMA gap so everyone stops talking about it, to be honest. You know, don't really give a shit about gaps. I guess they are relevant, like we said right at the beginning of the stream. Probably more so now than years ago. You know, I've got no doubt there's gaps a lot lower. There's probably a gap somewhere down at $50 or some shit. I don't think CME was trading when Bitcoin was at $50, but anyway. Right, is there anything else doing? Let me check my alerts then and see what's going on. Oh, ETH group spot. We've got an old OM voucher. Let's have a look at OM. What's it doing? Holy shit, that was nice, wasn't it? I say that's nice. You're getting a nice reaction from it, but it has failed on most others. But yeah, voucher alert, bang. If you're a scalper, get these alerts set in. Even if you just trade 1 or 2 assets. ETH is getting a bit of spot bid. Is that ETH? Yeah, ETH spot bid. Why did it go to... because I clicked on it. Yeah, you donkey. So ETH getting some spot bid. Not too fussed for it, really. It could bounce if Bitcoin has a bounce, obviously, but there's not much depth on it. Let's have a look at perps. Yeah, they're all looking pretty similar, aren't they? Doge, not a lot to see. I was watching this one earlier. FTM has been trading nice, but since it's changed market structure. So back here, it was reacting really well to the bid, really nice. Hit some supply down. Everyone tries to bid that first retracement there, and it fails and bounces. They try to bid the second, and then you've got this market structure change. When you get the market structure change, one side's going to fail, and you can see there the bid starts to fail. But it's been quite a nice chart, so I just want to keep an eye on this one as well. What's up? Bob Trotter is in the house. I don't even really want to look at memes, but we will. Trump is actually holding pretty well for the last few days. It might be one to watch. I'm always in. I don't really particularly trade all these shit coins like I would trade Sol BTC, you know, during the week. But I like to have a look at them now and again. Stuff like Trump, maybe WIF. I think WIF order book is a bit shit, to be honest. Yeah, it might be getting a little bit better. But you never know. You never know when you're looking at some of these shit coins. When you might just see that really nice edge in the chart. And what I mean by that is a real nice imbalance, because we've got a real flat price action here. Do we come down, you know, wick all these lows, find a spot bid. That'd be really good for a coin like this, and then rotate up, because it's just been flat sideways, hasn't it, for a few days. So it's worth keeping an eye on stuff like this, I would think. Bob says, what's happened to BTC? I'm in Egypt on holiday. Bob, don't worry about it, mate. Enjoy yourself in Egypt. Unless you're a giga professional bear, you are not missing anything. You're probably going to come back to some value prices, because I'm sure Raoul Paul, or whatever his fucking name is, would still say we're in a banana zone. Chill out, we're in a banana zone. Everything's going to be okay. Is it? Nice one. Yeah, no edge on some of these. No edge on some of these shit coins as well. Ooh, ton. Oh god, this is again, this is typical signature of demand. They've had enough, and then it goes to resistance. Oh, a load of shit. Spot BTC, yeah, yours and everybody else's. Yeah, yours and everybody else's. Let's have a look at a few other coins then. If you guys haven't got any to look at, I'll just have a quick flick through some alts and see if there's any edge forming. Generally, you can just do that with your alerts there. Oh, I want to keep an eye on my shorts, don't I? Shorts. Yeah, I mean, if you execute in here, it's obviously brilliant, and your risk reward is already there. I do tend to like to, you've just got to get in sometimes if it looks like that. But yeah, I wouldn't mind just another volley up, and then if we get a flurry of alerts like this again. So that's spot alt double bands, okay, the red arrow, and then we've got a Fauci as well, okay. But yeah, if we get another rotation up just to confirm this zone that we're going no further, that'd be really nice. LTC, it wants to, yeah, I mean, you see that there? Yeah, that's a little bit of bid, isn't it? I'll show you this on a lower time frame, 1 minute. Yeah, look, LTC is, look at that, it's like a 90 ratio or something bid on that. Wow. Yeah, I mean, LTC's been strong. I hear it's a meme coin now. Someone did a Twitter takeover, didn't they, and just identified as a meme coin, and it's been doing well ever since. The chart is quite nice, but yeah, look at that. I mean, it just keeps getting bid up. So despite the fact that stuff is in a supply zone, I'm up for more shorts. I am up for more shorts, but I wouldn't mind just letting it stretch its legs a little bit. What's Sue doing? Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. So I like to trade in and around these levels here. The highest you got to there was 3% away. I'm not willing. I mean, sometimes people will stick and grid limit orders in here. So they might have one there, another limit order, another limit order, another limit order, spreading the asks in this zone. You can do that as well. Let's see if we can come up again and see what we get. AI 16, let's have a look at that. Let's have a look. Perps chart's a bit messy, isn't it? Perps chart's a mess. No big top levels. No big top levels. What we're thinking on this, Can? What we're thinking? I've got no edge on this really. What is it? AI 16. I don't even think I follow it. Perpetuals or spot? Perpetuals or spots there? Just got perpetuals there. Daily. Oh, nice one, yeah. Beautiful chart. 4-4. Yeah, let's have a look. Yep. Yeah, I do like it when they've been down only, obviously, and then they kind of tend to form these kind of patterns. Daily, weekly open there, if you guys can see that. Yeah, you got an order block there at 4.2. Yeah, monthly open at 6. Yeah, it's probably going to range here a little bit, isn't it? It's probably going to range here a little bit. Yeah, value area high of this range coming in at your order block there. So it's going to have a little bit of a battle there, isn't it? At the 4-1 zone, I would say. Check OI. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these low liquidity altcoins, I don't find myself personally. I've got too much edge in it. You guys probably do better on these than me. I would say funding is chill. Yeah, open interest pretty chill here. Yeah, it could move. It could move. It's not something I would trade personally. I just when I see an order book like this, it's a real mess. So it's kind of nice to say, what did we look at? 4142 for that order block. It's nice to say that you know, TA levels, open interest, blah blah blah. I think we can go up there. But with the order flow being such a mess, and it does hardly any volume, there's probably hardly anyone trading this, so there's no mind share, as I would call it, on the chart. It's probably moving when the rest of the market does. It, you know, it's just a little bit messy. That's all I would say. Just a little bit messy. You know, whereas if you think of stuff like, I'm looking forward to getting the data when we get it for Hyperliquid, obviously, because I think that chart's really nice on Hyperliquid. A lot of people are trading it, so when we get the data on that, obviously the lads will get it in as soon as they can. When we get the data on Hyperliquid, I think that's going to be a really nice clean chart to trade. I mean, look what BNB's doing. CZ's coin, not a lot dead books on BNB. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Lizard, Illuminati coin, XRP. If you're interested in that, you want to be looking down at $2. Small offers, but it has to be said, small offers still keep coming in and attacking XRP. I think, and especially when levels like that fail, yeah, it's going to range / consolidate for a little bit, isn't it? BTC moving up, not really, is it? Little bit of chop today. Yeah, this is the sort of day after yesterday's volatility, or the last 24 hours volatility, really. For me personally, on days like this, I just won't even trade unless I see something that's got some real edge. So, you know, you come down and find a good demand zone again, and then I'll play it. Or you rise up, just let price float up, and then we hit some offers, then you play that. But after such volatility, what people can tend to do is they'll come into the market on day 3 of the volatility and say, yeah, we're just going to continue. And you know, whichever way they're trying to play it. And what Bitcoin will do is that for the next 24 hours, you know, and it's just not worth playing it, to be honest. Chill out, go mark your levels, your TA levels, do a bit of admin and stuff, and then just set those levels and only trade when we hit those levels, if you know what I mean. Right, is anything else moving? Because things, alts could move if BTC is going to sit here. Group spot on ETH, like we saw. What's Sue doing? Is it rising up? Is Maker rising up? I think it could do. It could do. It's getting defended there. Someone wants to bid it up into these offers. That could be quite nice. That could be quite nice on Maker. Again, I don't really pay too much attention to some of these assets, Maker, but the alerts popped in earlier. So I just wanted to have a look at it. LTC, is it stretching into its supply zone? No, not quite yet. And think about it as well as, you know, timing-wise. If you don't get these instant moves within a couple of hours of the US session, then just give it a little bit of time. Sometimes it comes at the European close, which sometimes coincides with funding rate resets, or the US close as well. Obviously, you get some volatility there. Yeah, I agree with you, Fabio. Yeah, I agree with you. I think if you've done well, I mean, you know, we were getting our hands a little bit dirty trying to bid in this zone because we were seeing those demand zones over the last 24 hours. But certainly, if you've made money off the short, don't then, you know, battle in this area. You could quite easily just chill for a while and just really wait for that next trade setup. And if in doubt, and I do always say this, don't be an alert trader, right? Don't be an alert trader. The alerts are there to tell you that something's happening. in the order flow. Maybe there's an imbalance, maybe there's an OI increase or something, but something's happening in the order flow. Go and have a look at the chart and then see if you want to execute on that, okay? But what I would say is, if in doubt, just wait for those alerts to trigger. That's sometimes what I do, you know. Sometimes I'll just say, right, maker, I've had those alerts there, I've missed that trade, I don't really care, I'm just going to wait now, and if I get some more alerts here, then that's going to notify me to take another look at it, you know, and then I might take the short trade. Or is price just getting, you know, alerts are firing, but this top level's moved, someone's pulled that top level and it looks like we're just going to push through, you know, maybe you don't take it, okay? That's the way I would kind of play it now in these really, really choppy zones, to be honest. Maker has actually been doing very, very well. It's been up only for weeks, to be honest. I didn't realize it had been doing that well. Fabio says, I made a good day yesterday and I get a greedy day. Yeah, exactly. So sometimes it's better to it really is just take a day off. You know, it really is. You'll just get these choppy days where everybody will be short in this price action here. They'll be short in this price action here, waiting for another one of these, okay, right down into the CME gap. Everyone will have targets there or something, when in reality, I don't particularly want to chase shorts myself because I know what's going on with the volume, yeah, and I know we're in lower open interest. I prefer shorts. Let me go to a 15-minute. I prefer shorts when the open interest like that. When the open interest like that, and you're at these highs, that's when I'll short. For me personally, I'll never chase like stuff like this with expectation of it going lower. As I say, if it just wants to drop down, absolutely fine, but I'm not going to chase it myself, not with low open interest when we've just come from $1 billion bid depth. Right, so I think that's it. Summary on BTC is, I think we're potentially in for a bit of chop here. Volume is rising slightly. If we do come down here, again, simple, look for that demand, flick to your volume. Have we still got bullish volume divergences as price deviates down? Maybe it's some kind of, I don't think a 3 drive pattern's valid on a 15-minute chart, but you know what I mean, like a 3 triple drive down, bullish divergences. I would look for that. The quicker we can fill the CME gap, the better. Do we V-shape back up? No, I kind of don't think so. You've broken market structure down from a daily and a 4-hour range, and you're in this expansion down, okay? So any little rise up to the previous value area low and stuff, which actually I think is around 93, actually I probably need to move that a little bit. But yeah, any rise up, I know that's a long way away. That's why I prefer to see some bid underpriced to push it up. But any rise up, you would be well within your rights to look for new shorts, to be honest, because we've broken market structure down. You're going with the trend, yeah? So any longs that we take at the minute, you are looking for a squeeze or a reversion play, okay? You might not get much out of it right here, right now. Other coins, we've looked at ETH, we've looked at Sol, they've all got those demand zones a little bit lower as well. Just don't get chopped up in this middle area. That's all I would say. All right, guys, grab a link from below if you're new to the console, get a free trial. All right, we do still have 20% off the Art of Data Driven Market Analysis course as well. Little bit of a shill for you there and a little bit of an insight into what's going on there. So full online course, okay, full 1 hour 24-minute video in there as well, but we have got free stuff on here as well, okay? So still got Bennett's stuff, still got my stuff on there. And then if you are new to the console and you're unfamiliar with what the ratios are and what you're looking at, go do DK's course here, and then free CoinCarl risk reward course there. All right, guys, so that's it really. I hope everyone has a brilliant week. What day are we on? What day is it? Is it Thursday? God, this has gone quick, hasn't it? Yeah, Thursday, isn't it? So let's see if we can get a little squeeze up. It's not going to come from much. You've got a little bit of bid. Let's see if we can have a squeeze up. You're well within your rights to look for shorts a little bit higher. Don't just short because you think we're going to go down. Wait for supply to really, really hit that zone again. Bear in mind, BitMEX are already ready and chomping at the bit. So unless they start to pull these, they're going to defend this 87.5 region. All right, guys. Have a great week. If there's any questions you've forgotten about or anything, just join the socials and drop in the chat and ask us there. We'll speak soon. Cheers.